Hey, I'm here with Kevin DiVincenzi. He's the CEO with Rapid Response Marketing, and we are going to put him on the hot seat today, ask some questions. Are you good with that, Kevin?
Sounds good.
All right, well, first of all, let's just talk about where did you actually get your start and why?
I started back in 1996 in the wireless business, and I got a call one day that somebody was doing really well in online marketing and they needed help with some business processing and things like that. So I helped this young man out. I think he was 17 at the time. And he said, well, how can I pay you? What service do you have that's nationwide that I can sell on the internet for you? And I said, oh, well, we have this Forever Pager, which is like a beeper back then, that you pay once for service, you never pay again. So yeah, so he ended up marketing that for me, and it did phenomenally well. So I got hooked on the business, and I said, okay, I'm going to start learning email marketing, and learned it myself and evolved into where we are today.
That's really cool. Okay, so I've done a little research on you, and I know you've got some cool stories to tell. What's one of the most memorable ones you can share with our audience today?
Well, we were involved in a lot of the startups, so it was a very exciting time back then. So PayPal was Xbank, X.com, so we did quite a bit of promotions for them. Spotify at their pre-launch. So quite a few different brands, Blockbuster Video when they were big. So a lot of Vonage, a lot of different big brands that were fun because they were in the infancy stage at that point.
Wow, that is really cool. Now I know you've been doing this a long time and you're a mentor, but what would you say if you had to look back and talk to your 30-year-old self?
Be humble. That's the biggest thing. You know, money comes and goes. A lot of people fall into the trap where they make a lot of money and they spend it very quickly and they don't build any longevity. That'd be the first thing. The second thing would be to have balance in your life, to have balance between family, work. I mean, you know, when you die, it's not how many hours. You don't look back on how many hours you worked. You look back on your life experiences. So I always would live my life based on experiences more so than just the work. I mean, the work is something that you do to gain the experiences.
Yeah, well, that's great advice. I mean, there's not a day that goes by that we shouldn't be taking that humble pill. And so one of the things that you've shared is your personal story. And in 2014, there was a bit of humble there. And is that something you'd like to share with our audience to help them along too?
You ask the tough questions. You really
You're
do.
the hot seat.
You really do. Yeah, in 2014, I started a company called FanWars.com, Daily Fantasy Sports. Okay. Right time in the market, just a very tough business model. I learned a lot of lessons. I took a big financial loss, and the biggest thing I learned is I was already doing very well. So stick with what you're doing well at. And I didn't know that I was encompassing or going down this path of a very long journey. And the biggest challenge is everything that I do, I see it to the end. So it was very, very hard for me to give up on it. So I think I probably hung on for an extra 9 months when I shouldn't have, saying I'm going to make it work. And, you know, with changing regulations, and there was a lot of things that didn't work, that were working against me, but I think it definitely taught me a lot. I mean, I got some good lessons at least.
Yeah, well, so your lessons were our gain.
Yeah, for sure.
That's how pioneers and mentors contribute to us. And so what is your take on email marketing? I know this is a specialty. What can you share with us?
Well, email marketing hasn't changed much over the years. It should be part of a multi-channel approach. It's not just email marketing. Use that with push marketing, use that for follow-ups, use that with text marketing. It should be used in conjunction with a lot of other things, not just like a multi-channel approach. That's how you should be using email marketing.
Okay, and then segueing from email marketing to affiliate marketing, what's your take on that?
Affiliate marketing we've been involved in since 2001. So we basically, our affiliate marketing company, we feel like we're talent managers, right? So somebody's got a website, they've got a blog, we want to manage that talent and get them the best return they can for their traffic. So that's something, it's always going to be there. It's just finding the right affiliates, people that you can partner with and people that you can understand where their value is so you can represent them properly.
Yeah, okay, and then I know there's a lot of confusion on the best way to deal with Google AdWords. What can you say?
I actually just left the Google Marketing Live conference yesterday, and it's amazing the technology, where it's going, all the different things you can do. It's a great platform. It's an absolute amazing platform, more so because it's intent driven. So people are putting their search term in and they're searching for a certain product. So I love it. I love Google AdWords. It's probably my favorite traffic source to buy.
That's awesome. And I love that you're, coaches need coaches and mentors stay up on, up to date technology. That's so cool that you are always in the loop. So what about with Facebook? What's your take?
No, Facebook we've been using as well since early on. It's evolved quite a bit, so I wouldn't recommend it for the novice marketer.
Okay.
There's just it's a beast as far as being able to navigate it properly and be able to make money. It's still a great reach to be able to get the consumers.
Okay, so and on that note, with that little warning bell in your voice there, what are some of the things you can warn companies about, like the pitfalls, like where might they fail?
The biggest thing that I see is the company not knowing their numbers. So if you would come to me, Starlee, and you would say, I want to do this deal, understanding all the aspects in that deal, like what does it cost to acquire a customer, what's the lifetime value of the customer, you would be astounded that most companies do not know this, and I'm talking about larger companies. They don't understand truly if we bring them a qualified candidate or a qualified customer, what they should expect to make from that customer. They just don't know that number, and if they don't know that number, they're ultimately going to fail because their marketing budget could be $10 or $10,000. It doesn't really matter. They have to understand what it costs to acquire that customer, and then that's where scale comes in.
Okay, Kevin, so we're going to put you in the hot seat one more time.
Okay.
I'd love for you to share with the audience, what drives you? How is it that you feel connected to your audience?
I think what mostly drives me is seeing the success of the companies that we help. That's the biggest driving force. This is the only equalizer in a sense where a small company can compete against a Fortune 500 if they have the right marketing. So I love to see companies that have good infrastructure. We bring the marketing in and watch them grow and watch them be a competitor very quickly. So that's what's most exciting to me.
That's so cool. That's so cool. And I know your audience feels that as well. And so we're going to close out. And where can people find you?
Kevin at xy7.com, xy7.com, theclickfather.com, which is my blog. And that's it.
All right. Thanks so much, Kevin.
Thank you.
That's a wrap.
Thanks.